What's up, guys? My name's Steve, aka Hulk Norris, and today I'm bringing you a little bit of competitive 1v1 gameplay between me and this guy Slack88. Basically, I ran into this guy in matchmaking last night. I went plus 17, he drops -1, and just started talking mad shit, sending me all kinds of messed up comments and just saying whatever he can, just like I said, just talking mad shit and being ignorant. And I wish I had the audio because it was quite hilarious, the stuff the dude was saying, especially for his gameplay, because the only thing the guy was good at was talking shit and running his mouth, and he wasn't even that good at that. But I really don't want to put any of that on this channel. I want this channel to be uplifting and to be good quality entertainment for you guys. I really don't want to be putting anyone down. I just want to put smiles on people's faces. So basically, I'm going to flip this into a how-to video and a tips and tricks video on how to become a better competitive player, whether it be in Halo, Call of Duty. It all pretty much ties together with any game, as long as it's like a first-person shooter and you have some type of an objective like holding down the map or holding down power weapons or just something along those lines. And it also just doesn't go for 1v1s, it goes for any type of competitive game type, whether it be a 1v1, a 2v2, a 3v3, 4v4, whatever. If it's competitive, this information works for it. And some of you might already know this information, but some of you might not, so hopefully some of you guys will learn some stuff from this. Hopefully too, if Slack, you're out there watching this, hopefully you learn a couple things. The very first thing though I have to bring up is don't be ignorant, guys. Don't sit there and be like, yeah man, I'm an MLG pro and blah da 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 da. Especially on a game like Halo, where MLG hasn't been involved with Halo for a good time now. You're just gonna look like an ignorant moron, and you're gonna immediately give off the presence that you have no idea what you're talking about. So definitely be smart and don't do anything stupid like that. Just don't be ignorant, I guess you would say. The next thing I want to bring up is map knowledge, I guess you would say it as, is basically know your maps. Know your map in and out. Know everything about it. That's your biggest thing that you can learn in any competitive game, is the map and how to play it and move about the map smoothly. Basically, I would say the best thing to do is be able to move around the map 100% backwards. Without even looking, just know how to move. So like, if you're in a gun battle with a guy, you can continue that gun battle and just be backing up and dip into like B2 off open ramp or whatever. Just be 100% smooth and 100% comfortable with the map you're playing on, I guess you would say. The second thing I want to bring up to you guys is know your pushes. Know when to push, know when not to push, know when you have to push, and know when you don't have to push. And I don't know how many times, especially out in matchmaking, where I'm running with like 3 of my buddies or 2 of my buddies, and we're got like complete map control, and we have like 1 or 2 randoms on our team, and the randoms will literally lose the game because they're making pushes when they don't have to. For example, in this gameplay, you'll see a lot of this gameplay, I'm holding down B3 because I pull the lead pretty much right off of the rip, and so it's no longer a pressure on me. I no longer have to feel the pressure of having to go and get the kills in order to win. I have to let him just sit back, let him make all the pushes, and let him make all the stupid errors by trying to push and get up in my face. And so basically, just know when you have to push. If your team's up by any kills, especially in matchmaking, if you're up like 36-20 and you see that 3 of your guys are holding down the map, just float around the map or hold down one of the spots with them. Like hold down B3 with one of the guys, or go down B2, hold down library. But don't push, and especially when they're spawn trapped like bottom blue and you got one guy just constantly pushing down there on top of 4 or 5 guys. You know every time you're not Superman, they're gonna have a team shot, and you're more than likely not even gonna walk out of that battle with a kill, so it's completely pointless. And this next part ties in with pushes. It's don't do predictable pushes, guys. Shout out to my boys 420 Thunder and Scarface. If you guys are watching this, much love, but this is what I'm talking about on predictable pushes. For example, that he had shotgun pushing up open ramp up to B2, and I have 2 of the power weapons in my hand, the sniper rifle and the sword, and so now I know 100% where that 3rd power weapon is, and I know, like, I'm up here trying to catch his spawn, but I know what he's trying to do. He wants to try to go over for that shotgun, and he doesn't even care where I'm at. He just wants wants that shotgun in his hands again, which is a huge mistake, and it's such a predictable push that he'll keep doing it over and over again, just trying to get that shotgun so he has some sort of a power weapon. But in the long run, it's just a total demise because you're not really going to get anywhere, especially if you're playing someone who has somewhat of an idea of what they're doing. The next thing with pushes ties in with your objective-based competitive game types, your capture the flag, your assault, stuff along that lines, but know when to push the objective. When they have their full team up, don't run over there all gun-ho like you're gonna take them all out by yourself and pull the flag back and be the hero of the day, because it's not gonna happen, especially if you're playing a team that knows what they're doing. You're just gonna get mowed down real quick. Always pay attention to how many people the enemy team has on the map at one time. Always see how many people are spawned in. Just simply click your select button and it'll show you who's down and who's up. So especially in objective-based game types, don't make a push for the objective if they have their full team up. Definitely make sure they're at least 2 or 3 down before you even consider making a push. And if you are going to make a push, definitely make sure you have a call out and some support from your team before you run over there. Definitely a team shot works so much better than trying to do anything by yourself, so definitely do it and work together to win it, because that's all it really takes. Next thing kind of ties in with just knowing your pushes, but it's really more about playing smart and playing smart with your team, and that's not trying to be the main slayer. If at the end of the game you wound up being the main slayer and went like 33-12, that's awesome. But if you're trying to be the main slayer, all you're going to do is really hold back your team, if not cost your team the win. The best piece of advice that I have ever learned throughout my competitive gameplay came later, and it came from my boys Frosty and Twisted, and that is assist make wins. And that is 100% right, 100% accurate, and it will hold till the end of time. I would much rather see a team collectively at the end of the game all run like 10 kills with like 15 assists and like 4 deaths, compared to having one guy on our team who backpacked but didn't even really kind of backpack. He just fed out a lot of deaths by going like 33 and like 29. I mean, yeah, you went 33 kills, but you also gave out 29 deaths. So really you went +5 and helped us out a little bit, but you gave the enemy team a majority of their kills, and if anything, that didn't help us, that harmed us. So definitely don't try to be the main slayer, just try to work really well with your team, do your call outs, hold down the map, and just know what you're doing. Don't try to be that main slayer. The next thing kind of ties back into with your map knowledge, but it's really just knowing what to hold down and what setups to run, especially if you have a team-based game. What you want to do is know your key